Welcome to another KD Empire podcast. By gamers, for gamers. This is episode 33, and I'm Javy.
I'm Brandon.
Eddie.
All right, let's get into what are you guys up to? What are you guys playing?
You want to go first?
Sure.
Why don't you know what? Why don't you tell the people that are listening to the podcast who you are and what type of gamer or what games you're playing right now?
I'm Eddie, and well, the games that I've been playing lately is Destiny, and just got Evil Within, and what can I say?
Just say who you are. Like you're a breakdancer, you're an artist.
Oh yeah, I'm an artist. I also breakdance and love art. I don't know, bunch of art. I also live gaming, and I'm a comic book nerd as well. Well, overall nerd. I love comic books, anything anime. So yeah. But yeah, I've been playing Destiny, and Evil Within. Destiny, I had to put it on the side once Evil Within came in, and I started playing it. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to play that game, but it's actually pretty cool. I started it, and I kind of get an idea of what's going on in the game. It seems like you're actually, I don't know, I haven't finished it, but this is my opinion. It feels like you're actually patient, and you're actually the one that is crazy. That's how it felt. And I'm barely starting the game. I'm like chapter 3. It felt like Resident Evil 4 at the beginning. It feels like Resident Evil 4, third person shoot kind of thing, over the shoulder. It is kind of fast. Well, the only thing I didn't like about the character is that he gets tired really fast. You run, and like seriously, like 2 seconds later, you're trying to catch your breath.
That's kind of cool though. It forces you to like play slower.
It does, and also it feels more realistic because I was trying to do stealth, and there was 2 we can say zombies that were like together, and you know how in other games you'll come back and like try to like pretty much kill him while he's right next to the other guy, and the other guy will not know that you're right next to him.
Like
well, on this one, don't know.
So the NPCs are smarter.
They're smarter.
Okay.
Yeah, and they'll follow you, and like if you're trying to hide, they'll actually see you if there's like light around you. Because I tried doing that so many times. Like, obviously, I have played Resident Evil 4, and like I said, this game is actually, I can say, you need to be smarter when you're playing it. The zombies are harder. They're really hard to kill. You actually do have to burn them once you take them down, because I did try, I killed them, and then I just like kept them running, and then like I guess, they don't respawn. They just... I don't know where you'll be running or having to go back to like walk around or get more stuff or run from another enemy.
Okay.
And they'll actually get up and attack you.
So it's actually like what you're supposed to do. Like in the Supernatural, you're supposed to burn their bodies.
Sounds like some Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, and it does. Also, one thing that I actually like too is that like I said, they're smarter. While I was playing, I noticed that if they're actually on the room while you're trying to hide. Like, I was trying to hide in the closet or under the bed. They'll actually, if you're doing it while they're in the room, they'll actually go ahead and take you out. Like, they'll know that you're there. Because obviously,
cool.
They're smart.
I like that, because a lot of games nowadays do the whole, you're going to hide, and then you hide, and you see them walk by, and it's like, it's obvious that you're in that hiding spot. So, like, to add that where you're going to get dragged out is awesome.
So, if you're going to try to hide, be smart enough, make some time before you actually hide, and then do it. I did notice though with the chainsaw dude, he gave me like a little second, I guess, for me to come out of the room and run. Because I went and hid, and I thought that he didn't see me, but he was right behind me because he's really fast.
He's a psychopath, so
yeah,
he wants you
really
to have
fast.
that.
And he's chainsaw turned off, and he's like trying to turn off in front of me, and I thought it was fine. I was like, haha, I got this.
Yeah.
Nope. He just turned on the chainsaw and hit the whole closet. Just got me while I was in there.
That's cool.
Fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah,
it is freaking badass.
It's a real, true horror game. It's like something that you watch in movies. So good job on that. What about you, Brandon? What are you playing? Tell them who you are. And
well, I'm Brandon. I'm a student and I guess sort of an artist. And
no, you're an artist. Not sort of.
There we go, real artist.
But right now I've been playing a bunch of different stuff. I just beat Metal Gear Rising after about like a year. That's an amazing game though. That game is so awesome. And I've been playing I have been playing Street Fighter a little bit, getting back into it. And playing Counter-Strike like real competitive esports guy. But I've also recently started XCOM. I don't know if you guys have ever played that. It's like a strategy game where you like shoot aliens. It's so cool though. Like you can make your squad, and, like name them, and like when a teammate dies, you lose them forever. And it's just stuff like that. And so I'm like, I got like a squad and everything. It just feels so cool, like having that.
That feels fun. That sounds fun.
Cool.
And it's like you gotta be real smart when you like take actions, and there's like hit percentage chances, and sometimes aliens come out of nowhere, and sometimes your favorite character dies, and you're like, what do? I don't know what to do. We need an evac.
Yeah.
You were the chosen one.
I always had like a main guy that I like loved the most.
Yeah.
And then like he's always like the most badass, and then I always mess up and he dies. And it's so disappointing. Just to have that guy who you've like played for like 10 missions, who like is doing all the work, who's like rocking it, and just die. It just sucks.
Is this a PC game?
It's on PC and it's on Xbox 360 and PS3. It's also sort of an old game, but they have expansions, and they have one that I bought that I haven't played yet called The Bureau. And it's more like FBI-y instead of like a I don't know, futuristic like marine shooter.
Yeah.
But that's what I've been playing. Besides a little bit of WoW, unfortunately, I got back into it. Got caught in that vortex.
Yeah, you will. WoW is one of those games where you get addicted to it and you're just stuck. But so my name is Javier. I go by Javy. I'm the founder of KD Empire. I'm a graphic designer, entrepreneur. So that's me. And the game that I'm playing is Metal Gear. I'm playing the HD on Vita. So that's what I'm playing right now. I'm waiting for some games to come out. So, which I'll talk about in the podcast. One of them, which is The Division, which you said that you don't know if it's going to be good or not.
I'm a little shaky on that.
A little shaky, yeah. Well, let's get into the main topics because these games are coming out. One of them is Assassin's Creed Unity. Now, what do you guys feel about this game?
It's the next Madden. It already is. Coming out every year, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel Ubisoft is making some bad decisions.
You think
Making
so?
A lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they locked it on all systems at 900p.
Yeah, they locked it at 30 frames per second. They had to push the date back just because of that. So they were supposed to release in October, October 28th, but now they pushed it to November the 11th. So, yeah, I guess you guys are right. They are making some mistakes, and they're trying to... I don't know what they're trying to do, but it seems like a lot of games are being stuck at 30 frames per second.
Yeah, it seems like it's like the new thing. I don't know why they're doing it, though. If they're sacrificing frames for quality, like video quality...
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff that they're sacrificing, so... I don't know. I'm kind of... Actually, all the games are at 30 frames per second.
Evil Within.
Yeah,
that was a
Evil
big
Within.
topic because they got locked at 30 frames, and even on the PC, which is a pretty big no-no in the PC world.
Right.
Because, PC gamers, that's like one thing that they always want is a lot of frames, like for everything to be smooth. So to lock it at 30 frames is sort of like an FU.
Yeah, it is an FU.
But I don't know. Like they've just been... It's a common thing now, especially with the new... Ever since the new generation came out for consoles, that's when the 30 frames thing really started to take hold.
Yeah, and you would think with all these new consoles that are just out there, we'd be able to get that higher frames per second or that higher resolution.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be getting 1080p, but we're not.
And we're getting 900p, which is like, why?
I know.
Those consoles can run 1080p.
Yeah.
Notice that.
Especially the PS4.
So there's something going on, and that's why they have to I don't know, they have to go at that 30 frames per second. Otherwise, it's a crash. The game gets crashed too. So
Probably really technical.
yeah, it's something to do with.
But you would imagine in this day and age, it'd figure it out. But
maybe in a couple years, it'll probably
be like with the last generation Xbox. When those games first came out, they were still... I mean, you could tell the difference between a 2006 Xbox 360 game and a 2011 Xbox 360 game. There's a huge difference, in terms of graphics and design and all that. So,
well, there you go.
See what the future entails.
Yeah, that's. So, what do you guys think of the new Assassins? Like you said, it's like a new Madden every year. Do you guys think this is another game that's worth going out there and getting, or should you just wait?
I feel like Brandon is right. like every year, it kind of starts getting boring after a while.
It's a very repetitive game. It's like almost the same gameplay.
It is, but one thing that I saw that they did for this one is that they have a co-op. I know that the last one had a multiplayer, and it's actually like a co-op, but I'm not too sure about that just because of Destiny, since like we talked about it last time that you have to rely on people to do some levels. I don't want to be stuck with that on Assassin's Creed. I don't want to be almost the same thing for that. Needing people.
I don't think they would do that for Assassin's Creed though, because Assassin's Creed is not really an MMO. I mean, there's probably like co-op.
No, I'm talking about like having to do levels with other friends.
Like having to, like forced.
Yeah, like the raid. You need 6. Well, you don't need 6 players. You can do it with less, but it's super hard.
I can see what you mean. They should have like a sort of like a matchmaking system, basically. Like always, like I always think that's awesome, like matchmaking for co-op, because you usually get somebody.
Yeah.
And like
they'll do the job.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes your friends aren't on, or sometimes you don't have friends.
Well,
I need friends.
Well, since Assassin's Creed is that Madden, is Call of Duty another Madden type of game?
It's been a Madden for a while now,
right? It's the blockbuster, the big blockbuster that everybody's talking about. Go ahead, Daniel.
Don't most people get that to play the online game?
Yeah, so most of the people that play that are on the multiplayer.
Yeah.
They don't even use.
They don't even play the story mode game.
Assassin's Creed is like the single player version of that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's another one. I'm excited for Call of Duty. Just because of the 1 terabyte package you get with it, which I pre-ordered.
For Xbox?
Yeah, for Xbox. Yeah, and there's some cool aspects about the console. It's a Call of Duty. It looks cool. They got the little gold. I think some people said it was looking kind of cheesy with the gold.
I said that.
Oh, you said that.
There you go.
I think it's cool. The sound that the power on is not as cool as the Titanfall one.
The Titanfall one. I didn't know it sounded like that. It was so awesome.
I know.
Have you heard it?
I haven't.
When you turn on the Xbox One for the Titanfall, it makes like this cool noise that's in the
It's almost
game.
like a Star Wars noise.
Like it's charging or something. Like somebody's charging.
Yeah, it sounds
cool.
amazing.
Dang, I need
And
to
then
check that out.
the Call of Duty is the exoskeleton that goes on and off, and it just kind of sounds. It doesn't sound as good as the Titanfall.
I mean,
one.
it's still cool. It's just it's not
as cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not gonna make you break or buy your console, but if you're gonna be paying that much money for a custom Xbox, you might as well have all these cool features on them.
Yeah.
It sounds cooler than my PS3. There you go, beep.
Yeah. It goes beep, and then if you have a CD in there, it's like.
Yep.
It's funny how we care about the little stuff when it comes to that kind of.
People do pay attention to that.
So yeah, that's another big blockbuster game was Call of Duty, Advanced Warfare, and I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna love and hate this game. It
always happens.
Yeah, the Call of Duty guys are like hardcore, so even more hardcore than other games out there.
Yeah, those 12 years old.
Yeah,
it's crazy to think that this game's been going on for like. COD 4 was like the big one.
Yeah.
So I kind of it started it. I mean, there was COD 2 that was huge. COD 3 wasn't that big, but COD 4 was like set the standard. And it's been 7 years since COD 4.
Yeah.
So it's crazy to think in 7 years these 12-year-olds are still 12-year-olds.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. All right, so another one that we're gonna talk about is Far Cry. And this is a big deal. I mean, it's coming out on November 18th, so a lot of these games are coming out in November.
And that's always happens though.
Yeah,
I think it's
Black
Black Friday and Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. So this is like a smart, business tactic is to get just to get it around the holidays because everybody's spending money on those days. But let's go ahead and talk about Far Cry. Did you guys play Far Cry 3?
I did.
You did?
I never beat it. I played like 4 hours. I really enjoyed it, but I just never. It got a little repetitive.
Yeah.
But I just loved messing around on that game, like just getting in cars and like setting people up, and all this crazy stuff. That was a lot of fun.
So pretty much, Far Cry 4 is kind of the same thing, but it's a lot different actually.
I think it's set in where's it set? Nepal.
Yeah, so it's set in the Himalayan mountains.
Oh yeah.
So it's also an open world. I don't know about that. This game looks amazing. Like just graphic details. I mean, that might be another reason why Ubisoft just pushed back Assassin's Creed Assassin's Creed. Maybe because of that game. Who knows? Maybe that's the game. I mean, they also have the Division 2 they're working on. So it's like they have all these games.
Have they announced like when the Division might be coming out?
I don't know actually. And that's the game I've been waiting for
Probably
a long time.
Next November.
Yeah, it's
That's
gonna
what I
be
would
next
guess.
year. Yeah,
Because they're probably gonna show more stuff at E3 next year.
yeah, that's what they're gonna open up with. But Far Cry 3, yeah, it's set in the Himalayas. It's an adventure game. It has to do with a nasty war with a vicious dictator. I don't know if you guys saw any trailers, any gameplay on this game.
I saw trailers. It was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the one with the elephant.
Yeah.
Where he rides the
That
elephant.
was the big
Yeah.
topic was riding elephants. Everyone got hype over that.
Yeah. And
That's cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
And I guess the game developers were designing around a tortoise, so you can ride a tortoise and try to blow up tortoise with C4 and stuff like that. Yeah, I know.
I know Far Cry 3. Sorry to interrupt, but
No, go ahead.
Far Cry 3, like a lot of the game revolved around, like hunting animals.
Yeah,
And so I doubt they're gonna like have hunting animals, but they always seem to have an animal aspect in these.
oh,
games.
they have a lot of animals.
I don't know if Far Cry 1 and 2 had that because I didn't play those, but I know those games kind of like they were also big into like the jungle aspect,
Yeah.
like open world, and that's cool. I mean,
That is cool.
mixing open world, it's sort of like Rambo.
Yeah, it
It
is.
feels like Rambo. Yeah, when I play, I always get the bow and arrow, and I just feel like Rambo.
So this game, yeah, this good thing you're talking about the bow and arrow, because this game has really cool weapons in it. I saw some gameplay where he was switching weapons, and he like there's I think it was a wolf that came up, and he switched to a bow and arrow, or I think it was a bow and arrow. But anyways, it's got cool weapons, and he shot the wolf with the bow and arrow, and I thought that was cool that you have all these cool choices in the game, so you can make tons of different choices how you're gonna go up against your enemy. So that's cool. I mean, one choice could be bad. Like I think I read something where a guy was blowing up a tortoise with C4 and he ran into the river and then he got eaten by an alligator.
Yeah.
So it's the choices that you make.
That's cool. It's like because in Far Cry 3 they had stuff similar to that. Say you need to go liberate this camp,
Yeah.
and there's a ton of enemies everywhere. So you go in, and you gotta you can scope it out, plan your entry.
Yeah.
And, there's different stuff that is open to you. You can crash this car into there and blow it up and make a scene.
Yeah.
Or you can sneak over and open the tiger cage and let the tiger do all the
Yeah,
work.
so that's the cool thing about this game is that the choices. So if you make a bad choice and you blow up a tortoise with C4 and you alert the enemies, and then you got to go run and hide. Don't run in the river because the alligator will get you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's cool about this game. And another cool thing that they just released was the co-op on it. They're gonna have a co-op.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
That might be actually pretty cool because I felt like I don't know if Far Cry 3 had multiplayer.
It did. It did.
Did it?
Online.
What kind of multiplayer was it? Just deathmatch type stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, because I think co-op would be pretty cool in that game, just simply because, you go take on the enemies. There's so many options you can do, and I think
Yeah.
that's awesome.
And that's always cool when you can bring your friends on and just kind of game with them. Another cool thing about this game that this game is actually in 1080p,
Finally,
but for PC. I think
Yeah.
that's what they're going for.
of course.
I don't
PC.
know if they're going to be able to push the Xbox One and the PS4.
I just hope they don't lock it at 30 frames.
Um,
I tried playing Far Cry 3 because I got it on the PC at 30 frames.
Yeah.
I cannot play it.
it doesn't look like 30 frames.
I think honestly though, for some reason on PC when it's 30 frames,
Yeah.
it looks way worse than console 30 frames. Only because when you're using a mouse,
Yeah.
it's more jittery. There's more screen tear when you turn,
Right.
Because it's faster. But let's say on console, it can be a little bit more smooth. But still, you should want 60 frames.
Yeah. But and then this game is cool. I was reading a tweet by one of the developers, and that someone was asking how long is this game, and the developer said he doesn't really know, but it could be around 35 hours.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's
More
great.
games need to be long again.
Yeah.
There was a time when games just kind of 8 hours you're done,
Yeah.
or even less.
Yeah, I don't know why that is, but that's a cool thing. I don't know if it's set at that or if, because there's a lot of things in this open world you can do.
Yeah.
Instead of just following the story path. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a ton of side missions you can get on.
Skyrim.
Yeah, like Skyrim, exactly. But yeah, this game is cool. One cool part that I liked about it that I saw was this little this part where they were skydiving, and they had wingsuits, and they were just you get to do that in the game. And I think that's cool, just seeing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But let's get into another game, which Brandon is going to get into it, which is Dragon Age Inquisition for PC.
It's also for Xbox and PS4. I'm pretty sure.
Right.
But Dragon Age is it's made by the same people who did Mass Effect. It's sort of similar, except you kind of have a squad, and you can like it's an RPG, so and it's sort of like tactical sometimes. I don't know how they're taking this approach because I played Dragon Age Origins, and it was like more of a top-down game where you can it was a mix between like action and turn-based, but I don't know if they're gonna do the same thing with this one. All I know is in this one, there's huge customization for the characters. Like that was like the big thing was like all this customization for like the face and all the models and stuff. And
That's cool. I like that.
I like when games do that because for some reason a lot of games like, oh, you can customize your character, and then it's like, oh, you can choose between 4 presets of a face and then a mustache.
That's what they did for Destiny. And at first I was like excited because I was like, oh, I can customize it, like everything. Nope. What you said, 4 faces, 4 type of hair, and that was it.
See, I like having the customization.
Yeah.
But I think Dragon Age Inquisition looks pretty cool. I don't know how it's gonna fare because they did Dragon Age 2, I think it was like considered like it was like their worst game.
Yeah.
I don't know if Origins came after or before because I bought Origins like a long time ago. Like, but yeah, it's one of those like pretty nerdy RPGs, and if you're into that kind of stuff, I would look it up and watch the trailer because the trailer is awesome.
Yeah.
The trailer, like, it was at E3. They kind of had like a war between like Dragon Age and then The Witcher 3, and like what was going to be the better game. And it seems like Dragon Age has like a better gameplay system, definitely. But yeah, look it up, Dragon Age Inquisition.
Sweet. Isn't there?
Oh wait.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's still going on, but Dragon Age was free on Origin. Dragon Age Origins was free on Origin. So if it's still going on, you should pick that up.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
free
got
game.
it like 2 months ago for PlayStation 3.
Did you?
Yeah.
Have you played it yet?
Yeah, I played it, and
How'd you like it?
it's alright. Not my type of game.
It starts off really slow.
This is a nerdy game.
Yeah, it
this
is.
is an
And-
RPG nerdy game.
And like
I'm
you
not gonna lie.
said, and that one too, you were able to customize, and I was just doing that, customizing
Yeah,
my
dude.
character.
It's so awesome.
Yeah, they need to do that with more games. I think one game that actually, that did it well was what is it? NBA K2 or no? One of the NBA games where you can actually put your face in there and customize yourself. Well, actually, that's not that.
They did that before. I remember they did that with
But
Rainbow.
it's gotten better.
They did that with Rainbow Six Vegas too.
Oh, they did.
You can run around and like have like a face. I remember one guy I used to play with all the time. He took a picture of him in a mask. He was wearing a Jigsaw mask from
Yeah.
Saw. It looked hella cool because in game it was like legitimately the Jigsaw mask,
Oh, cool.
and he'd run around in an orange jumpsuit.
Ah.
It was awesome. I was like, that's so cool.
Well, Dragon Age comes out for November 18th, so once again, another November game for you guys. Another game that's coming out November 18th is Watch Dogs for Wii U. And another game that I know a lot of people have been waiting for, and it's GTA. GTA is coming out for PS4 and Xbox One. So that's pretty cool that they're bringing those actual... GTA is one of my favorite games.
It didn't
That's-
come out for PS4 or Xbox One before?
No.
When it came out?
Yeah, it's coming out now, which is really cool.
I know it's going to be coming out for PC. I don't know when it's going to come out.
It's
though.
probably the same time around.
Is it?
Yeah, it's same time as PS4 and Xbox One. So that's really cool. Another thing that I thought you were bringing up is a WoW patch.
Yeah. There's a huge patch because it coincides with the November releases because Warlords of Draenor is coming out in November, and that's like the new expansion. But they just came out with the pre-patch, which they usually do for every single expansion, where they completely changed the game. There's they refined all the character models and all the graphics, and like they updated it because that game is 10 years old. It's kind of about time they finally do that, and they changed like the health system and the number system because it started getting ridiculous. Like personally, like one of my characters, when I would tank in like with a group of people, my character would have over 1 million health.
Nice.
And seeing that number and with all these other numbers everywhere can get and it gets confusing sometimes. Like someone having all that health
Right.
and all those numbers, but now they kind of like changed it back to when vanilla was around, the original.
Mm-hmm.
It's like much lower health, like maybe like max like 80, like 100,000.
Right.
And there's a new quest line for the pre-patch, and I don't know, they just changed a bunch of stuff like they usually do, and it's if you're a WoW fan, you might as well check it out. I mean, you might as well get the expansion too.
Yeah.
You get a free level 90, so you don't even have to level anymore. So,
What the?
but you just have to
crazy.
level through the expansion. But yeah,
Cool, man. Thanks for that. Let's get into Cheap Ass Gamer. And if you can bring that up, Okay. We're going to take a small little break, and then we'll get right back to you.
Welcome back to Cheap Ass Gamer. So, for this month, PlayStation 4 PSN Plus has a few free games, and they're actually not bad. They have DOS and Elysian Tail, and it's actually free for PS4 and Vita. Pix the Cat, free for PS4 and PS3. Spelunky, PS4 and Vita. Batman Arkham Asylum, that one's actually pretty badass, free for PS3. And Rainbow Moon for PS3 and PS Vita. Also, they do have some discounts, and are actually pretty good for what I saw. They have Batman Arkham City Origins, and you save 10%. It's $26.99. They also have Dead Island Game of the Year Edition for $7.99, so you're saving 20% on it. Dead Island Riptide for $7.99. Metal Gear Rising for $19.19. Mortal Kombat Complete Edition. Ooh, who loves Mortal Kombat? $9.79. Resident Evil 6 Ultimate Edition, $13.64. And those are the games.
Cool. And for Xbox, I only did a few. 40% off Rayman Legends, which is $39.99, so you get 40% off on that. Outlast, you get 25%, which is at $19.99, so you get 25% off on that. Flockers, another 25%. And that's it for Cheap Ass Gamer. And stay tuned for the amazing Alan with Alan Amazing News. So thanks for listening. I'm Javy.
I'm Brandon.
Eddie.
Peace.